Welcome to Hibiscus Society News, shooting the shit. I'm Ben Hawk. I'm sorry I haven't done episodes in a while. It's been crazy. Of course, now it's a holiday weekend, so I'm on this by myself right now. I do have a few people coming in on the panel in a little bit. Oh, sorry, I'm grossly unprepared. It's been a crazy fucking just today, like the last this last week has been insane. We've got like President Biden, and you might hear my dogs barking in the background. We got fireworks going off out here, and I closed all the windows, but they can still hear it, so just we'll have to deal. But you know, we got President Biden going up there labeling everyone under the sun. Everyone under the sun. Fucking domestic violent extremists. Whether you're left, you're right, if you disagree with the government, you're a violent extremist. The domestic violent extremist. You're a DVE under this new pamphlet that, not pamphlet, but this, like, I think it was like a 17-page directive from the fucking president. Then you got Facebook joining in on that as well, sending everybody fucking like, you may have been exposed to violent extremist posts, or do you might know someone who's a violent extremist. Do you want to get help? Click the Get Help button, and we'll gladly take Gestapo tactics and arrest your friends. Because you know what's going to happen? They're going to gather all your information on Facebook, and then Facebook is going to hand it over to the feds in a nice little bow so they can go fucking mass arrest everyone for fucking disagreeing with the fucking government. And then, so we have that shit going on. And then finally, we finally have like the greatest bit of like news Army sergeant indicted on murder charge in the shooting death of awesome protester Garrett Foster. That's right. Sergeant Daniel Perry has turned himself in as of Thursday under the arrest warrant for murder. Now, look, people have been posting shit. People who support Garrett have been posting shit all over Twitter and social media space. Like finally, this motherfucker is gonna answer for what he fucking did. And now you got all the fucking boot suckers. Like, they're not licking the boot. They are straight, like, if the boot was shaped like a cock and balls, they're going balls deep on this fucking boot, on this fucking leather, man. And they're fucking like, he deserved it. He's asking for it. He's this. I'm like, you know what? You know what? No, he didn't. He didn't fucking deserve to be shot. He didn't fucking deserve anything. Magnus actually put a video out describing everything. It's an amazing video. You should look him up on YouTube. Just look for Magnus, and he'll pop up. I love this dude. He's fantastic. But he's got a video that spells everything out involving Garrett's murder. But for everybody who's in doubt about, like, this is it was a justified shooting. Well, actually, a Travis County grand jury took 3 weeks to come up with an indictment. Prosecutors presented over 150 exhibits of evidence, and they listened to testimony of 22 witnesses over the course of 3 weeks. You know, like, if like, how do I put this, man? If fucking, it's not, if a prosecutor decided to move forward on this, and then a grand jury, which is basically it is a jury of your peers, says, yeah, you broke the law, and they come up with an indictment for you to be charged with whatever the fuck they're presenting, which in this case is murder. It wasn't justified. There's no defense for that. There's absolutely no. I know what his defense is going to be, that it was self-defense. Except we had news fucking agencies post his fucking Twitters leading up to the shooting that he's going to fucking run over protesters. He's going to go to Austin and start shit. He's going to do this. He's going to do that. He was carrying, I'm not going to say, oh, well, he was on, fuck that. I mean, shit, when I lived in Texas, I was fucking armed in my car all the time. I'm fucking armed where I'm at now. So, but to fucking say there wasn't intent to do harm to somebody is bullshit. It's absolute bullshit. It was all over his social media. He was proud of it. And then if you watch Magnus's video, and you look at the pictures, you look at not even Magnus's video, you just look at any fucking photo of Garrett before he got shot. The fucking butt of his rifle's by his head, and it's at a downward fucking angle. It's downward ready. It was never pointed at him in the first place at all. So we're going to bring on Trent. Trent just hopped in here, so we're going to bring on Trent. Hey, Trent.
How's it going?
It's going good. It's going good. I've kind of started talking about the president and his bullshit, calling everybody domestic violence extremists, and then I just started talking about Garrett.
Oh,
the charges against the sergeant.
Yeah.
I hope he gets found guilty. I hope he gets dishonorably discharged. I hope he gets everything that's fucking coming to him.
He deserves it, especially the way he acted after it.
He was proud of what he fucking did, and then he thought because they didn't arrest him on the spot, he thought ooh, I'm free. I can walk away from this.
I mean, he walked away for a year. I mean,
yeah. Well, it took the prosecutors a year to fucking go through all the evidence, and it took 3 weeks for the grand jury to indict.
I think it was a fucking across the board type deal when people actually were able to given the opportunity to vote on that.
I think it took this long because they wanted to make sure they had all their fucking ducks in a row.
Yeah.
And I can't fault him on that.
Is he in the service still?
He's still active duty Fort Hood.
Okay, I was gonna say maybe they waited till he got out so he wouldn't be, because it's gonna have to be some kind of military tribunal, right?
Well, I would think maybe it wasn't. It was he was stationed at Fort Hood. It wasn't on base property. He wasn't in a military vehicle, and he wasn't acting in the capacity as a sergeant.
They're federal charges, though, right?
No, it's just
Oh, Travis County. Okay.
Travis County. Yeah, it's local. It's.
And then they fucked with us at the memorial, and now they're going to try to make good and make it and do a grand jury.
Basically, yeah, those cops fucking drew down on you guys for
standing on the sidewalk.
For standing on this fucking sidewalk. Yeah, exactly. For mourning your fucking friend.
Like, we weren't even like in the way of anybody, like, because like the way that it worked for us. I mean, and I think this is most cities. Is like, as long as you don't block the street or like people are route for people to walk down the sidewalk, you're completely legit. You're legal. Yeah. See, now where I'm at in Ohio, the last I took part in a 2A rally, and like as we were gathering, like, local police showed up. Really?
And they were just like, hey, we don't really have, if you guys are going to march, you can go up and down the sidewalk, but we aren't able to block the streets off for you because we're kind of short on manpower right now. And then he also told us he's like, oh, there's also there's a statue at the state capitol. And he told us about, like, hey, there's a state trooper parked next to the statue. Don't worry about it.
I mean, yeah. I mean, that wasn't bad. I mean, the cops at the Garrett Foster Memorial weren't terrible. It was the horse cops that started all the bullshit. They started to like they came out of nowhere. Everybody was kind of just chilling, doing their own thing, saying like they were chanting and shit.
Well, they're amped up on fucking monsters and horse cum.
But then these fucking horse cops just like ran right through the middle to try to break everybody up, like no fucks given. And that's when it started getting like rowdy. Like people were like starting to, and then they brought in the marshals. Marshals were snatching people out of the crowds and bringing them behind the barricades to arrest them.
No shit.
Mm-hmm.
All because they did nothing to fucking at the time to fucking.
Well, because because they were in the street. I mean, they weren't technically doing something illegal, but it was downtown Austin. It was 4th and Congress, I believe, and there was nothing going on. They were letting cars through. They weren't like blocking traffic, but
yeah, but you know, this is. I mean, this is still just like, I'm still excited. I'm thrilled that like they're finally actually doing something,
right?
You know, like. You know, Whitney's going to get some justice for the death of her husband.
Right.
Hopefully. You know, this is just an indictment. He's sitting in a jail cell right now, but this still has to go through the whole court process.
It's going to take a couple years, or at least.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. It's going to take, this is nothing that's going to happen. Like nothing is going to be, well, it'll be as expedient as Perry's fucking attorney lets it be.
Yeah.
Which honestly, I think he's going to probably push for try to get this ball rolling and get it over and done with.
Chauvin took about a year. I think a year and a month.
Yeah.
Because it was in May when
yeah, it was over a year from when he was indicted to when he was found guilty and sentenced.
This happened like 3 weeks later, if I believe right. I don't remember, like 3 or 4 weeks later.
Yeah, I believe you're right.
But it was a George Floyd protest. I do know.
Yeah. That. Yeah. You know, and it's like these people. You know, it's like they were protesting. Yes, they were in the street, but they were at the tail end of it.
There wasn't hardly any traffic going.
There was hardly, yeah, exactly. This dude could have gone 3 other fucking directions. He didn't have to turn right into the fucking crowd.
Get this though. So the cops had both sides of, I believe, South Congress blocked off. So nobody was coming in and out that way anyway, and they were still arresting people for blocking traffic. At
Garrett's thing, or are we talking about the memorial?
At Garrett's thing.
When Garrett was shot.
No.
At the memorial.
Yeah, the memorial.
Okay. Trying to clear it up here.
No.
So yeah. So you know. So we've got Asshat fucking posting on fucking social media. He's going to run over protesters, and then we've got. I like this view better. And then we got fucking. And then we got, and then he goes down to Austin as an Uber driver.
And that's right. That's what he was doing.
Yeah, he's an Uber driver.
And he felt threatened.
Meanwhile, Garrett's like telling everybody to get back away from the car to try to ascertain what's going on. And then there's in the video, you hear multiple shots, and we don't know who shot for whether it was Perry or some other person in the crowd. Garrett's weapon was never discharged.
No.
Nor was it in a position to fire to cause harm.
It was parallel with the car door. He would have had to back up for him to.
Yeah, it was down ready.
Yeah,
he would have had to back up in order to bring his weapon up to fire. So, and then Perry just fucking shoots the first fucking dude he sees.
Yeah.
Which all kind of goes with what he was fucking saying on social media. I'm going to fucking kill me some protesters.
I think
essentially.
This is what I think is going to happen. I think that he found a convenient time to do it. I think he purposely did do it. But I think the jury's going and the lawyers are going to have a hard time proving that he didn't feel threatened. Regardless if Garrett was in a completely passive stance, the way that with firearms, man, they're right away trying to get people for any kind of gun crime. This is Austin. This isn't like elsewhere in Texas.
No, Austin is very blue. Like the mayor of Austin, anytime there's something happens, he fucking Somebody stubs their toe and he wants to push fucking gun control laws. But
they're still trying to push COVID regulations in Austin, and
I know.
I think they're being sued by the state.
Yeah, no, they are. They said they're going to maintain it. Then the state sued them, and then Austin actually won and said they could enact their own COVID restrictions if they want to.
Right, and they should, even though it fucking sucks. I totally get it.
Sorry about my dogs.
It's all right, man.
There's a lot of fireworks out, and he's a husky. I can't do anything about it.
No, if there were fireworks going off right now, Frey would probably be all over the place too.
So we got fucked. So yeah, so we're just, I'm waiting to see I'm going to follow this closely. waiting to see what happens. I'm just, I want justice for Whitney. I want justice for his wife.
I agree totally.
I want him found guilty. I want him to pay. I want there's so many things I want.
Right.
I'm starting to sound like that chick from Willy Wonka, Veruca Salt. Like, I want it. I want. But, I'm just, now, all this aside, but I mean, I don't know if you've been on, I know you're on Twitter.
Yeah, I'm not on Facebook.
No, well, yeah, you can't. A lot of us can. I still have no idea how I got my account back after getting zucked. I have no idea. So my Facebook is just for friends and family. I'm a good boy.
Keep it that
I'm
way.
a good boy.
That's how the algorithms work. They find out
exactly
who you're trying to add.
Exactly. But now you got all these ass hats on fucking Twitter. And here's the thing. When you talk shit on Facebook, unless you're really good at privacy settings on your Facebook, I could find out your friends, family. I can look up public records on you, get your address, send you a picture of your house,
right?
And be like, look, I know where you live. Do you want to keep talking shit, or do you want to talk shit to my face, or do you want to shut the fuck up? So
I used a fake name for like the first 7 years that I had a Facebook account.
I did too, until it made me show my driver's license, because that's a fake name. I'm like, God damn it! Fine, that's my real name.
Me, like the day before they deleted my account again.
Oh, lovely. So, but Twitter's a little different. Twitter is very anonymous. Unless you can get in and track someone's IP, it's really hard to track somebody down. So you've got all these fucking assholes, fucking on there on the Twitter, talking shit about how Garrett deserved it, and Garrett was a fucking Marxist, and Garrett was this and that, and fucking he wasn't, it was just it's like it really fucking amazes me how if he disappeared. He'll be back. It really fucking amazes me how people who are like for gun rights, and they're all for fucking you being armed and defending yourself, all this shit, are like totally cool with fucking murder. Like totally cool with like just, and then like defaming a fucking dude who's actually a good dude, like feeds the homeless and takes care of a quadriplegic fucking wife who's bound to a wheelchair because she's a quadriplegic. Or quadruple. She's bound to a wheelchair. Trent's back.
Dude,
hey,
I've never used my iPad to do this before, so I guess I swiped on something trying to look at the comments.
Well, don't swipe.
Well, it won't like have the comments on the side like on my computer. Like I have to open up a new link to see the comments.
Oh, okay, yeah. So it's amazing is all the people on Twitter fucking talking shit about Garrett and how he deserved it and all this shit. This is what I'm just kind of going over what I just said. Are fucking totally cool. Like we're talking about, these are like gun rights, gun people are totally fucking cool with it. But like fucking,
I've seen a lot of it's trash the shit out of him.
But it's like if then on the flip side of it, you got that fucking dude who tried to mace the security guard, and the security guard shot him. they're like, oh no, he didn't deserve to die. He didn't deserve this. He didn't deserve like. It's a fucking difference. Like people, you can't just. This is okay. See, this is exactly like. I'm not trying to make. I'm trying to figure out how to word this so I don't sound like an asshole. Well, I don't care if I sound like an asshole, but it's like, yes, you have the right to be armed. Yes, you have the right to defend yourself, but you have to be situationally aware. If you're gonna, when you use your firearm, if you're not, you deserve everything that happens to you, whether you get arrested or sued or whatever the fuck. Which I actually hope. I hope after this is all done, he loses. Once he gets put in jail, I hope he fucking loses everything, and she fucking like sues him and takes his fucking. Well, he's in an apartment.
Yeah.
But if he had a house, I'd love to see that house go to Whitney. You know, I'm just it's. You know, it's not even difficult. It's just like you went down there with intent to do harm, and then you did harm. So yeah, you're gonna be arrested. You're gonna face charges like this. That's not. There's nowhere. I mean, unless you're a cop, there's nowhere in America that's not gonna happen.
Most of the people that I saw trashing him were like, as soon as it came out that he was possibly Antifa, that's when it all went downhill. I remember like the first day everybody was defending him, and then they found out that he was possibility part of a leftist group, and all of a sudden they're just like,
oh yeah. Then all the trash talked in, and then you got all the people on the left who thought he was didn't realize he was a boog, and then we're like all supporting him, his family, you know, supporting his wife, supporting him, and like talking, singing his praises, saying how what a great guy he was, and then as soon as they found out he was boog, they shut the fuck up, except for like one dude. Everybody else is just like, oh.
Never mind. He's not everything that we just said.
Never mind. He's nothing what we just said. He's a white supremacist boog. Like, what? Where the fuck do you get that shit from? You know? But, you know, that's just that's how the left and the right are. I fucking hate left and right. I hate them both.
Yeah.
Because they're both so fucking like hypocritical. Like if they think you're on their side, they will support you. But the minute they find out that like you're something different, even though you guys completely fucking agree, they will fucking go out of their way to try to crucify you and make you fucking out to be the most horrible fucking thing on the planet.
Yeah. The Democrats can pander all they want to like the minorities, but they've harmed them more than any other party in the last 50 years.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, how much damage did Biden's fucking 94 crime bill do to the fucking black community?
Yeah. The war on drugs.
And then they voted for him, and he even said, like, if you don't vote for me, you're not black. Like, really? If I was a black guy, I wouldn't vote for you. Like, at all. Like, you did the most harm to my community, and then the only time you pander to me is when you guys are up for fucking re-election.
And you promise all this shit.
You ignore shit. You ignore shit for 3 years, and then once it gets down to that fourth year, it's like, oh, we love the black community. We love everybody. You know, it's
the government's been putting the black community down for years and years and years, and they allow them to. That's what sucks. They've got to get out of that cycle of welfare and Section 8 housing. Like it's just got to happen. Otherwise, they're never going to progress. Like, you know, the government does it on purpose. Like they keep people separated.
Oh, they will do whatever they can do to keep somebody on paper.
Or divided,
divided, yeah.
Trying to push like the whole racist, and that's where I was going with that. The whole racist thing for the Boogaloo like movement, like I've never once seen anything remotely racist that from people that were actually legit, that weren't just people trying to like sneak in and cause chaos.
Right, because anybody could put on a Hawaiian shirt and claim boog. It's all by your actions. But I mean, it's the same. It's the same thing. I mean, you've got you've got people. I mean, you've got Antifa. Like marching, supporting pedophiles. Like the fuck? Like so you're gonna support pedophiles and you're okay, and that we can't say anything about that. We have to keep our mouth shut about that. Like the fuck?
They're normalizing it little by little. The whole pedophilia thing.
Oh, I know. And you know, there's only like there's one There's one cure for fucking pedophilia, and it is a pill. It is about 9 millimeters, and it comes in a fucking metal jacket.
Yeah.
This is the cure for pedophilia right here. Take one of these to the head, you're cured
Instantly.
You'll never reoffend. Children are safe. But but
like Biden, like you were saying, like he's got so much evidence to support the argument that he is a fucking child molester to some degree.
Oh yeah. Maybe. Oh, that girl over there sitting there with her legs crossed and her breasts.
She's 16.
She looks like she's 19. Like to give me some of that. Yeah. It's like Jesus Christ.
You know, at this point, Liz doesn't give a fuck. She's taking care for the rest of her life. Like, why the fuck is she?
Who?
Liz Cheney?
Oh, yeah.
Or not Liz. Wait, what is Liz? What is Joe Biden's wife? Isn't it Liz?
I thought it was like Judy or something.
I was just watching Cheney. That's why I said Cheney.
Or Joan? Something with a J, I think. I don't know. I don't care to know. Because he's not going to be, honestly, I know we're getting way off the topic of what we're going to talk about on the episode, but.
Jill. Name's Jill.
Jill. Yeah, I knew it was something with a J. But he's not going to be president for much longer. I mean, oh my God, dude. I watched a video of him in the ice cream shop.
I know.
Oh my God. You've got fucking Alzheimer's.
Here, let me tell you a joke, child. You know, like some dumbass dad.
I don't think it was they asked a question. Obviously, it seems like it was a planted question.
Well, he said,
who the fuck in an ice cream parlor is going to ask a question about Russian hacks?
And they're like, well, we're definitely in a rocky road time in our country.
And then he's like, oh, I can't. Well, we don't know it's the Russians, but I got a crack team though. And then he like pulls out like a written statement that he had prepared for. But it took him like good 10 minutes to remember he had the written statement. And it scares me because they're going to 25th Amendment him.
And then Kamala's going to come in.
And then we're going to have fucking Frau Harris as fucking vice president. Like, she's a literal fucking, like, I'm sorry. I lived in California when she was attorney general. Yeah. She's a literal fucking fascist.
She is terrible.
She put people in prison and kept them there, even though she had the evidence that they were innocent, just to keep her numbers good.
Yeah, she needed to keep her conviction rate up.
And then she's like smoking all. It's like, I don't care if she smokes weed. I don't give a shit. But it's like, what I care about is she smoked a shit ton of weed and then had a shit ton of people arrested for doing the same fucking thing. This whole fucking rules apply to thee, not me bullshit. And we bring on 40.
What's up? How's it going?
40? Not much, man. Just talking. We talked a little. We started talking about Garrett, and then we got on a Biden fucking tangent.
It's not hard to get on that tangent.
It's not hard. No, it is so easy to talk shit about Biden. It's harder. I mean, you've seen the posts supporting Garrett. You've seen the posts vilifying Garrett.
Mm-hmm.
From the boot suckers.
Is that too loud?
What?
Can you hear that at all?
Hear what?
Nothing.
No.
Okay. Okay, now I can hear it.
Okay.
I don't give a shit. Whatever. It's a fucking live broadcast. I mean, my dog's barking in the fucking background. So.
Yeah, mine probably will anytime now. Thanks to the fireworks.
I just had to remember to turn fucking. I've been watching Band of Brothers all day. I had to remember to turn that shit down before I started my show.
That fucking movie or show is great.
Oh fuck yeah, it was.
Man, I watched that movie you recommended, Tomorrow War.
Tomorrow War, yeah.
It was really good.
It is. It's a nice mix of comedy and action, and it keeps you engaged.
Yeah, absolutely. I did the same thing you said you did. Like I paused it every time I had to walk away.
Yeah.
There's a lot you could miss if you do that. Like,
oh yeah, no, I did it. I didn't pause it one time, and I'm like, whoa, okay, hold on, rewind.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because my house decided to put all the bathrooms upstairs instead of downstairs. It's fine. I get exercise every time I have to pee.
That sucks.
Yeah, so I need the exercise, especially now I don't have the beard hiding my fucking.
Yeah, I noticed that, man.
Yeah, you do?
Yeah, cat fucking jumped out. I was trimming it, and the cat jumped out of the fucking window, knocked over some bottles, and I jumped and went.
Oh my
And went, oh, can't do the goatee. Let's just fuck. I was thinking about doing a mustache, but then I was like,
People might mistake you for a cop.
maybe I should. I have some blue button-up shirts. I should walk around with a blue button-up shirt and a donut,
Put your hand on your hip.
and then just walk around. Yeah, just walk around with heavy breathing. What you doing?
Mouth breathing.
Do you live here? God damn, dude. No, I'm just. Which that brings me to like fucking. I don't. Like, now we got fucking so yeah. So Garrett is hopefully gonna. Garrett and his widow and their families will get justice, and we'll see what happens. I'm hoping. Like I said, I hope he gets the maximum. I hope he gets fucked over. I want his life ruined, and I would be totally fucking pleased with that.
Okay, here's an old. What happens if he gets less years than Derek Chauvin?
Man.
I mean, for me, locked up is locked up, and his life is still ruined. If he gets off, he better fucking move, because there's nowhere he's not going to find any kind of peace.
Even in the army, there's a bunch of brothers in the army, man. They'll fuck him up.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
100%.
Like he's done. Like he's gonna have to he's gonna have to like change his name, put on a dress, and fucking like move to Alaska, which is whatever. I don't care. But no, I mean, I don't want to go on any kind of record of saying like I hope somebody does something to him, but who knows? Something might happen. Somebody might do something to him.
There's a lot of angry people.
There's a very large group of angry people that are very, very capable of doing dangerous things. So
I'm surprised since they didn't do it like last year that something hasn't happened yet. To be honest with you,
it damn near did happen.
It almost did. Everybody got his address was leaked. Everybody got his address. I don't think he lives there anymore.
Probably
he might have moved on base. If I was him, I would have moved on to Fort Hood.
Now at least you have one line of protection.
Yeah, exactly. Unless somebody
until somebody
does a code red on him and fucking. But like
Fort Hood is like notoriously not safe.
Yeah, it's ghetto as fuck. Well,
no, it's not.
It's outside Clean, and Clean is like terrible.
Yeah, man. There was all kinds of controversy last year about that place. I don't know if y'all remember any of that.
Oh yeah. It was
we did some rallies on some of the people that died before Garrett.
Yeah. So, all right. So we were talking about me dressing up as a cop and walking around with a donut. Meanwhile, we've got fucking 11 arrested in Massachusetts.
Yeah, that was fucking wild.
That today, 11 heavily armed self-professed militia members were arrested near Boston Saturday, ending an overnight standoff that shut down a major U.S. interstate at the start of the Independence Day holiday. So the Moors militia, I guess they ran out of gas. They were headed somewhere, and they ran out of gas.
Apparently, they were heading up to Maine to some private land they owned to do some training.
Right. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing.
Right.
There's nothing suspicious or illegal about that.
Right. Well, yeah, they had planned to not have to stop at any gas stations or anything like that, so as not to alert people. So they had.
I mean, they were driving in full
cans. Right. Exactly. And the law states that if you're driving through a place and you coming from a place where what you have with you is legal, and like firearms at least, and you don't make any unnecessary stops going through a state like Massachusetts where those things may not be legal, then you're not breaking any laws.
Right.
So they were trying not to make unnecessary stops, be in a public place where they could possibly alarm anybody. So they pulled out to the side of the road to fill up their gas, and a fucking state trooper or whatever pulls up behind them.
I'm going to say this about in that interaction. If that had been a group, I'm going to say it. If that was a group of white guys dressed the same fucking in full kit with their guns, that interaction would have been completely fucking different. that interaction would have been, hey, what's wrong? Oh, you're fueling up. And then the cop would have been like, oh, hey, by the way, you're in Massachusetts. You need to keep your guns in your trunk, unload, whatever their transportation laws are. He would have just told them what the transportation laws are. That would have been the fucking end of it. They would have gone away. But no, this fucking cop was being a dick, called the SWAT team out. Yeah. And then these guys ran and held up in the woods next to the highway, going like, look, we have no malicious intent. We're just trying to put gas in our car, and y'all are trying to fucking arrest us.
And they made a YouTube video before they got arrested stating that they weren't anti-government. They made multiple social media posts about it. And then you got the local news fucking be like, oh, an anti-government black militia fucking is standoff with police on the side of the highway, and they're just like, hey, can you tell the media we're not anti-government? Like he's on like the videos I watched, like the guy who's like in charge of this group, who's basically like he was the CEO of the militia there, was like, look, we don't want any fucking harm. Like, we literally just want to get in our cars and go to Maine. We want the fuck out of your state. We want to leave. We don't mean anybody any harm. Just let us go about our fucking business. But the cops got a fucking hard on because like here's a bunch of fucking black guys with fucking guns. We got to do something about it. They're up to no good.
Part of me wonders if it would have gone sideways had they not run.
In the woods.
But I mean, like, I feel like it could have even gotten worse. I mean,
yeah, they could have held out.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. But I mean, good on them for standing their ground. I mean, what the cops did violated their First, Second, and Fourth Amendment rights.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And the thing about it, and everybody's like, well, in Massachusetts, you can't open carry. Well,
they weren't trying to.
Yeah, exactly. They were just putting gas in their. They were wearing their kit, and they were trying to put gas in their fucking car.
And they're on the side of the road. What the fuck are they gonna do on the side of the road?
Right. Exactly. But here's a bunch of fucking racist cops doing racist shit, fucking busting them, because basically making judgments off the color of their fucking skin, and
no process whatsoever.
Yeah. And it's like, I mean, I went down, not a shot was fired, thank God.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, it's like in this social climate, in this day and age, you have if you're a person of color, you have to be like heightened aware, and you have because there's a good chance those cops are going to beat you. There's a good chance. I mean, there is a good chance that they're going to kill you. They're going to shoot you. They're going to, I mean.
It's sad that in this day and age, you have to be careful when you get pulled over. You're automatic, like black, yeah, for sure. But, nowadays, they're killing 17-year-old white kids, too.
Oh, yeah, because he had a jug of antifreeze.
They're not even being prejudiced anymore. They're just overarching and extending their power. It's sad that you have to be nervous when you get pulled over. Like, I've always been nervous when I got pulled over.
Yeah. And then what happened to Ozo? What happened to Ozone in Florida? Fucking just sitting in his fucking car in his driveway, and then that cop had to fucking, well, do you live here? Like, how is that if your fucking business if I live here or not? Did you get a call or not? No, shut the fuck up. Go about your fucking, not do it. Just sitting in a car is not probable cause for shit.
Having a weapon isn't probable cause for shit.
Neither is having a fucking weapon. And he shot that cop, and I honestly don't fucking feel bad about it. Because the cop was gonna fucking do shit to him because he was sitting in his car.
What do you think would have happened if shit had popped off with that militia, the Moore militia?
Oh, with the Moore militia? If I honestly, I don't know enough about them. I've never heard of them until today.
But what if they ended up getting engaged with the cops? Like it became like the Boston Massacre type situation.
Oh, honestly, I think if they had fired on the police, they probably would have wiped the fucking police out. Because that's like the one thing I've noticed is like if like they like most cops don't do combat. Well, except for like the veteran cops, but it's hard to speculate, but I mean, it would have been. I mean, they probably, these guys, if these guys had actually fired on the police and fought back, they would have probably called in the National fucking Guard.
They would have had to.
That's for sure.
They would have had to.
Yeah, especially just the first responding officer. No.
Which this is why, like, and this is my argument of why we need to not touch fucking the Second Amendment at all. Why we don't need to touch, like straight up, like, I'm not built for prison. I ain't going to prison. So I'm, I'm sorry. I'm a stay strapped or get clapped kind of guy. So I'm going to do what I have to do to protect my rights, my family, my home. I don't care who the fuck you are.
I don't blame you one bit.
So, it is what it is. But then again, I'm not doing anything that warrants me getting arrested or I'm minding my fucking business.
Right.
So that's, what do I do? Like, oh my God, I speak out against the government when they infringe on our rights. It's not a crime.
Shit, nowadays, they'd have you think it is.
Yeah. I mean, now they got this whole DVE shit. So now I'm waiting. I'm going to straight up be honest, with everybody watching here. Mark my words, in 6 months, we're going to have a mass domestic terror event. They're going to blame it. It's going to be some false flag shit. They're going to blame it on some group. And then that's going to be the event that pushes Biden that's going to push Biden to create a new division of the Department of Homeland Security.
It'll be
and they're starting to do social scores.
It'll be Biden's Reichstag fire.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly. No, it's when we're going to have I don't know if you guys ever watched Babylon 5. Babylon 5 was a great fucking sci-fi show back in the late 90s. But it basically, goes through a 5-year event, 5 years of this space station. Anyways, long story short, the duly elected president gets fucking assassinated. His ship blows up. Vice president takes over, and then this vice president is a fucking tyrant. He creates they have a bunch of social unrest and political dissent. So he creates this group called Night Watch, which then starts grabbing people from the military. Then this might sound familiar. He starts grabbing people from the military, and they do military loyalty scores. And then they start going after citizens and politicians and all this shit to protect, to protect the public from the terrorists. And what has Biden done since he took office? He's pulled our military. He's pulled our military to see if anybody who supports Trump gets a red sticker in their file. Mm-hmm. Anyone who supports Constitution and doesn't agree with Biden gets a red sticker in their fucking file.
You have to be real careful being a boy in the military. They'll fuck you hard.
Oh yeah, you shouldn't be. Like I'm not saying you shouldn't be, but you really should not be. If you're in the military, you should not fucking come out and be like, yeah, I'm a boo-boo boy. You should not do that.
They classify them the same that they do for like fucking white supremacists and shit. Like it's basically the same thing.
They classify they're all like BLM, Antifa, Proud Boys, KKK, Nazis. They're all grouped under the same thing, under domestic violent extremists, domestic terrorists. And so like if you're in the military, you're going for a government position, they're going to look at your social score and you won't get the promotion, you won't get the job, you won't get,
because you're a risk.
Because you're a risk. Exactly. You're a risk. So, but that's what they did. That's what they did in Babylon 5, and it's like happening fucking verbatim. Like almost the exact thing. The only thing I'm waiting for is Biden to come out with some sort of enforcement group to enforce to protect the government
Yeah.
from dissent.
And then the shit just goes downhill from there.
Yeah. No, I mean we are living in an age now. I mean it used to be we were hard to track. Early phones, you can take the if you did something bad and you need to hide, you take the battery out of your phone.
Yeah, right.
You could
now you can't
fucking
do that
turn it
shit.
off,
That
and they
shit don't
can't
work
track
in
you.
post.
Now it's like all the new phones, the battery's built in. You can't take the battery out. Even if you turn the phone off, it still fucking tracks. It can still be fucking pinged.
Yeah.
Because even though it's off, it's not off. It's not.
Yeah, there's
completely
nowhere
off.
safe anymore.
You know, and,
And like,
everybody
they
fucking
can
has one. And this thing's always fucking it's always fucking recording. It's always sending fucking audio somewhere.
There is a way to offset though. Get a little Faraday bag for your phone.
No, well, unless you're 5G, Faraday bags don't work in 5G.
Yeah, but you can switch your cellular from 5G to 4G to LTE.
But the 5G still transmits even though your calls aren't on it, it's still connected to 5G.
Dude, my 5G doesn't even work. Like I get like 1 bar on 5G. It sucks.
Yeah, I only get it if I go to a major city.
Oh, once they build up the 5G network nationwide, that's going to be they've already we're already going through and having to having to do upgrades on the electronic logging devices on trucks. Anything that's equipped with a 3G, we have to take the 3G out and put in the 4G because they're getting rid of 3G.
They're also doing that where they're trying to pass a bill to require like the phasing out of 2011 and older cars.
Yeah, they want to do this whole. They're coming out with a new gas that won't work in old cars that are older than 2011.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
So it's either you buy a new car or you don't have a car.
A lot of that could be the fact that they have trackers in like newer cars, and back in the day they didn't.
No. Every new car has a GPS tracker in it. Anything newer than 2011 and newer has a GPS tracker in it. Especially American-made cars. You have a that OnStar. It's constantly tracking where you go, and they use it.
Even if you don't have a subscription, that shit still tracks where you're at.
Oh yeah, and the police have used OnStar tracking to find people.
Yeah.
That's fucked.
Yeah, no, it's like you could not pay for the subscription. It's completely deactivated, but it's still attached to the fucking car.
They just have to make a phone call to OnStar and be like, "Hey, we need to track somebody. They're wanted and dangerous."
We have a warrant. You have a warrant for this guy's arrest. Where's he at?
Bam.
Boom. You got a car. You got a GM car. You're tracked. Anything. We've gotten so comfortable with technology
For convenience.
and with being so convenienced with it that we basically have allowed ourselves to be monitored and tracked, all for the sake of convenience. And nobody fucking knows, and nobody can fucking wake up about it. I mean, even the flat screen TVs in your house, if you take them apart, there's a small camera in them.
Jesus Christ.
I didn't know.
I've
been thinking about getting a new TV. There's no way.
I shit you not. The new smart TVs have they got little fucking cameras in them.
What? Why?
If you take it apart, it's because it's for the interactivity of it. You think your fucking Xbox with the fucking Kinect on there, you think that camera's not constantly fucking recording? The camera I use to record this show, if my computer's on, they can fucking access it and fucking it can be accessed.
The NSA was doing that.
That's Snowden came out and said that's what they were fucking doing, and now he's in Russia because he told the truth, and they're like, shit.
Even Zuckerberg has said that he puts a piece of tape over his fucking camera on his laptop. Like, if Zuck is doing it.
If
Zuck's doing it, Bill Gates does the same fucking thing.
Yeah, guaranteed. Like
on his, you look at one of his fucking phones. You see a little piece of he's got a piece of tape over the fucking camera. And the simple fact is, like, when you go to, like, if you go to a secure area, like if you go into, like, to see like a prototype car anything that's like where there's like corporate secrets that you could potentially see, they don't let you bring your phone in.
They do that in the military too, to like top secret areas.
Yeah, like they have lockers outside of where you're gonna go to be like, put your phone in here. Do not bring it in. If you get caught in here, we're gonna fucking sue you or some
Like
shit.
you can't have your phone or anything
Because they don't want their secrets being taken by anyone else. Because they know somebody's always watching. I mean, granted, I mean, if they want to look through my phone, they're probably going to see a lot of views of
or you accidentally take a picture.
reaction to fucking pornography. But you know, that's whatever. Maybe I guess my NSA agent might be a freak. Who fucking knows?
Mine has
Like
to
that.
be by
Like
this
the one,
time.
oh god, remember the NSA agent that got busted for having like she had like 10 million dick pics on her computer that she stole from people's phones.
No, I don't remember that.
You don't remember that?
No.
No, she was an analyst for the NSA, and she got busted because like anybody who sent, because they read all your text messages.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
So anybody who sent a dick pic, she saved the dick pics on her fucking hard drive and took them home. And like when they searched her home, they literally found like 10 million dick pictures
That's a lot of dick.
in her home computer that she had taken from while working for the NSA as an analyst.
She was researching average penis size.
You know, I just it's fucking nuts, dude. Like I can't, it's.
What if you're like nailing this random chick and you're like in her room or whatever, and when you come, you spit on the TV, and what do you think she'll do? You're like,
I don't know. Honestly, I thought about just like fucking my wife and then like grabbing my phone and doing like giving my guy a thumbs up.
a virtual
Virtual high five.
Nice one, bro.
Yeah, but then again, I'm married and I'd have to have sex. So. But it's fucking it's creepy. It's really fucking creepy how like intrusive, like how easily we let shit fucking just come into our homes.
Yeah.
Backtracking a little bit, since I came in a little late. Back to the Garrett thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't know if y'all said right. I don't know if y'all said anything about this or if y'all know who this is. A dude named Let Freedom Ping. You ever seen him? He's got like he used to have an Instagram. He's on Facebook now, but he's supposed to be this like big liberty-minded, guy with like a huge following. I saw something he put up about Garrett, and it irked the fuck out of me because he framed it as Garrett was like a masked rioter, a Marxist that came at him with an AK. And I'm just like, dude, I was fucking there. I had been on those protests several times. There was never a single fucking riot in Austin, Texas. That never fucking happened. And on top of that, he didn't come at him with an AK. It irked the fuck out of me. So I said something to him and the dude never said anything back. There's been like several guys with huge followings that just block me as soon as I fucking say anything, that proving them wrong.
I know, God forbid you fucking disagree with them and they have to live in their own little fucking echo chamber.
Oh yeah, because they gotta keep their fucking followers happy. And apparently they know what kind of followers they have.
Yeah.
They know what those followers want to hear. And that's just
they're making money.
That.
They're making money off the views of their videos. They're making money off the fucking selling. They're publicizing it to try to fucking make profit.
Yeah, and it gets people's panties in a wad when you fucking go against their narrative.
Honestly, that's why for the most part, like on Twitter, I've stayed pretty much I have not really engaged them because why give them the views? Why give them the attention? Right. Why, you know what I'm saying? Like I know Garrett. I know what happened, and I'm not going to get into it with y'all because one, it's just like I said, it's just gonna drive attention, and trolls are gonna troll, and granted, I love trolling. I get bored and get on Twitter and troll people all the fucking time because I'm bored.
I can't do that.
Well, you take everything personal.
I get mad.
Yeah, you're banned. You're banned, and you take everything way too fucking personal. So
I feel that though. I get pissed off. I'll be sitting there on my phone like typing all fast and shit.
I'll like start trying to find their address and shit.
If I knew how to do that, it'd probably be a problem. I'm trying not to find out how to do that.
The fucking Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. Are you Nerf Herder 74 on moviepoopshoot.com? Did you say Jay and Silent Bob or a bunch of butt fucking pedos? Yeah? Cool. And then they just beat the shit out of the fucking like 12-year-old.
That's the way it should be.
Would you hit a kid in that situation?
Me?
Yeah.
Hey, don't write checks. Your puppy dog ass can't cash.
Yeah.
I give no fucks. I won't. No, see, now here's the thing. Like, I won't beat up a woman.
Right.
But I sure as fuck will beat up her husband or boyfriend.
Right.
And I've been in that situation. I had some fucking. I was at karaoke. I was at this place when I grew up in California. I was at this place doing karaoke, and this stupid 20-year-old bitch came in and started was drinking at the bar, being obnoxious, and I'm like, I'm like, Chewy, dude, she's 20. You can't be serving her drinks.
Right.
Oh, I didn't know. And then like I went to the, I'm like, so he's like, dude, go let the manager know. I'm like, you know what? Fine. I'll be that guy. I don't give a fuck. I don't want my bar to get shut down I don't want their liquor license getting yanked. I want to be able to go to this bar and enjoy it. This is a place I always went to on Wednesday nights. So I went and told manager, and she fucking kicked her out. Well, this bitch fucking like follows me out to my fucking car with my wife, and my wife's pregnant, and she starts kicking my car. Well, my wife's car.
What?
So now I got bitch fist kicking my car, kicking my wife's car. I've got my pregnant wife trying to climb over me to beat her ass.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, my wife's a very angry, very violent. Yes, I'm a big man who's scared of his wife.
I'm scared of your
like
wife.
that sometimes.
Everybody's scared of my wife. She's the nicest person ever unless you cross her. So like I had to push my pregnant wife back in the car. I get out and like I'm walking through this chick and she's just like, hit me. And I just like I kept my hands down. I walked right through her, walked up to her boyfriend who was blocking me. He pulled his car behind me, blocking me in. And I just said, look, bro, I'm not gonna hit your woman, but I will pull you out of this car and beat your fucking ass. And he just like, he kind of looked me up and down and went, get in the fucking car. What? No, please, get in the fucking car. And then he fucking sped off. So I won't beat a woman, but I will beat the shit out of her fucking man. And then as far as a kid goes, like I will fucking grab them by the ear, drag them to the parent, like you are going to fucking punish this child or I will.
Yeah.
And if they want to get into it with me, then I'll just fucking beat their ass. I really don't fucking care. I'm on enough fucking painkillers that I seriously could probably cut my arm off and not fucking feel it. So getting punched in the face is nothing to me. But the fucking hell I'll unleash on someone else make the devil go damn.
Right. What was that movie where the campaign was Zach Galifianakis and Will Ferrell, and like Zach moves out of the way and Will Ferrell comes across and punches his baby, and then he does it again.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking about when I asked.
I liked that movie. It was kind of cringy, but it was like funny. It wasn't a bad movie at all.
I mean, if you're anything that you're doing to make fun of politicians and the lifestyle they live, yeah, it was cringy, but is it possible that something like that maybe happened at some point?
Something like that happens all the fucking time. I mean, how many dead hookers do the Kennedy family have to fucking get rid of?
How many kids is Biden going to sniff before?
And nobody brings that up. No one brings that up. Like, as soon as Biden fucking started running, the whole Me Too movement kind of shut the fuck up and went away.
I wonder if it gets shadow banned or some shit, because you could be like the first person to comment on something like that and you'll get no response to it.
Yeah. Oh no. And then I've got fucking I got people like the righties like we're being censored on social media. We can't tell our stories. and the media is against us. And then I've got lefties going like, fuck, we're being censored and the media is against us. I'm like, the media is not against, they're against everyone.
Yeah, not just specific.
Because, I mean, honestly, like, because they're trying to protect Hunter Biden, Duke of Crack, because we had his hard drive. We've all, I mean, I don't know about y'all. I've seen what's on that fucking hard, when it first got leaked.
I saw some stuff.
I saw about 3 seconds of it before I threw up in my mouth and had to turn it off. But he's fucking children on camera. So you've got rape.
Who? This is Joe
Hunter Biden raped a fucking girl on camera. It was fucking a like 12-year-old girl on fucking camera on his hard drive.
I don't know how I have missed that. I knew about the.
And then
wow.
so you got that, and then you got production of child pornography, possession of, and then you got all the fucking crack shit. But nobody's gonna no media has said shit about it. Like, not even Fox News. Like, Fox News coined the phrase Hunter Biden, Prince Biden, Duke of Crack. But the story was pointing out how, like, hey, the mainstream media is not going after the Biden. Like, you can't touch the Biden family. You can't touch the Clintons. You can't touch the Bush family. You can't touch all of our politicians are off. All of our current and past politicians are off fucking limits.
Except Trump, apparently.
Except Trump, right?
They still fucking talk about the guy. I'm like, dude. Oh my god.
Which I'm not a fan of Trump. I didn't vote for him. I didn't. He's an asshole. Is he a racist? No.
Probably not.
Proof. There's no proof of that. I mean,
No.
He's got tons of fucking pictures and friends who are with people of color. He was one of the few people, like, if you were in New York and you were trying to get like a small business loan, people would literally tell you, go see Trump. He'll give you a fucking loan. And then if you came in with the money and then there's tons of stories of people who came in with the money to pay off the loan. And he's just like, hey, thanks for trying to pay me back. Keep it. Reinvest it in your business.
Wow.
But, I mean, but none of those stories, of course, got on the mainstream news because they just wanted to vilify him and make him, and then like, they don't talk, they always saw him as like, if you ever hear CNN or MSNBC, they're always like, oh yeah, Donald Trump. They never call him President Trump.
Yeah, I've noticed that too.
They're trying to erase him as ever being president. They're trying to cancel him out of history, which I don't care that much about it because I don't. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of Trump. However, though, I'm like, look, if you got to give the guy credit. If they do good, I'm going to give somebody credit. If they fuck up, I'm going to be like, hey, they fucked up.
Right.
So,
if
but I mean,
been even a single thing that Biden has done that's worth giving him credit for, then I'd bite the bullet and give him some credit. But for
if he did something good, well, you know what? Hold on, wait. Biden, under the Biden administration, the average 4th of July barbecue is now 16 cents cheaper.
Yeah, I saw that. They went through and they labeled different things that are cheaper now than they were.
He made it so I can buy an extra thimble of sour cream for my baked potato.
That's not too bad, eh?
I know, right? That little thimble, that counts. That totally counts.
Yeah.
But like,
noticeable.
But give me something of value that benefits the American people, and I'll say something. I will say like, hey, Biden did something good, but he hasn't. He's not, and I don't think he's going. I'm not. I'd hold my breath, but eventually I'll turn blue and die.
I'd say that Trump, the one thing Trump did that I'm actually like surprised, like he did a lot to fix the VA while he was in. Like, the VA is completely different now.
Yeah, he took away a lot of the bureaucracy. He sped up the process. He
fired people that hadn't been fired in 20 years.
He got rid of the people that were incompetent and fucking the whole thing up. So, he did that, and then like we had like the best economy under Trump for like
until 2020.
Until COVID hit.
I mean, I felt.
Then we got and then we got the vaccine, which I'm not going to get into feelings of vaccine because I don't want my video fucking taken down. But he did push to get a vaccine. He got vaccines out. And that was what he did. Of course, Biden took credit for it because That's what Biden does. He takes credit for other people's fucking accomplishments.
Yeah.
You know. Meanwhile, and then like honestly, I still think it's fucking great. It's like, you know, I love you want to watch something entertaining? Watch an interview with Kamala Harris where they kind of grill her. Like nobody's ever grilled her, but like, you know, ask her a hard question. It's funny to watch her squirm, get flustered, angry.
Oh, she does that like nervous
That they
laugh.
ask the fucking question, just that nervous fucking laugh. Yeah, like, oh no, I've been to the border. You've never been to the border as vice president, and then she went, but she didn't go to Texas. She went to El Paso.
But did you watch?
She didn't go to the actual like valley that has the worst where this immigration shit is actually causing harm.
Did you see what she said during her campaign? How like they did like this cut where they showed like 5 different speeches when she was running, and they were all the same, talking about if you come to America, you deserve to have these inalienable rights. She gets elected and she tells Mexicans and Latino or like
don't come.
Yeah, he tells them not to come. Like
don't come.
All of the Latin.
I'm gonna come.
He said
can't stop that bitch.
He said you shouldn't come. We don't reckon, you know, like completely backtracks on what she just said months before that.
Well, here's the thing is too, she didn't go to any of the immigration centers in the I can't remember the name of the valley. Maybe you guys can, that valley down south there by
it's the Rio Grande Valley.
Rio Grande Valley. Yeah, she didn't go to the Rio Grande Valley.
Yeah, she went over
where all the kids in cages are.
Yeah.
Right.
Because the last thing she wants is to be asked, like, be like, hey, what's with this cage with a kid in it? Say what?
El Paso is like one of the safest fucking places in Texas.
It's like 200 miles. Isn't it like a couple hundred miles away from the border?
No, El Paso is right on the border.
It is right on. Oh, yeah, that's right. It is right on the border. But it's not where the hotbed of immigration is in Texas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they don't cross in a populated area.
Which I'm going to straight up say, like, you know, I am a third generation Italian immigrant.
Check this out.
I'd love to see the immigration be as easy as it was back when my great grandparents came here from Italy.
Okay, like right now, like the people are making this big deal about the amount of immigrants we're getting. Like the people that they need to let out of the cages, they total like 40,000 people that have like we have of illegal immigrants that are putting pressure on our system. They can't give immunity and give them amnesty from their home country.
Right. We can't just let them out and get gainful employment because right now we have a fucking employee shortage.
And none of those motherfuckers are scared to work, so you're gonna get taxes. Give them the ability to pay taxes. I mean I have no issue with if somebody comes here, I don't care if a non-citizen comes here and gets into the country and they work and they pay taxes and all that shit, they can't reap the benefits of it. Their kids, if they have kids here, their kids will get Social Security. Their kids will go to public schools. Their kids can, if they're born in the United States, those kids are American citizens. They deserve every fucking thing. And it's not like, and we're not paying for it, or their parents are paying for it with their employment. So if you make it easy for them to get employment, let them document them. Seriously, I could, if I get a team of 150 people with laptops and access to fucking Interpol to criminal databases, we could clear those fucking detention centers out in probably a week. Yeah. Process all those fucking people and be like, hey, okay, cool. Here, all right, here's your fucking, all right, you're in, here's your visa, here's your shit. Go get a fucking job. Everybody's fucking hiring right now.
Yeah.
Because I like where I'm at in Ohio, like I've got places that adjust their hours because they can't fucking find anybody.
Yeah.
To work. So it's like, the jobs they're taking are not demeaning fucking jobs. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of fast food jobs, there's a lot of janitorial jobs, there's a lot of fucking, but that's just the stepping stone to be here, to get your foot in the door, basically get your boots on the ground, build your resume, and go do something else. But if you got skills, like let's say you're a fucking diesel mechanic, I don't care where the fuck you came from, I'll hire you. If you're an experienced diesel mechanic, I'll take your I will take you and hire you and I'd love to have you fucking work for me and pay you a good fucking wage.
Right.
I don't care. It shouldn't matter because you've got
is how long it takes for people to get legal citizenship. It takes years. You've got to go through a fucking
years and thousands of dollars.
Yeah, exactly.
You shouldn't need a fucking lawyer.
Yeah, not at all. And
fucking,
I mean, like, my opinion on it is most of the people that are coming over are people that have like good family values. They're good people. They work hard. Those are the kind of people that we need to keep this fucking country going.
And the only reason
without having to work for shit.
Right, and the only reason that the fucking right don't want them here, which honestly, that and here the reason the right doesn't want them here is because they potentially always vote Democrat. Now their kids generally grow up vote Republican, but they don't want the influx of all these Democratic voters to lose their fucking power. But here's an idea. If you stop being a fucking asshole and support immigration reform that makes it easy for them to get in, they might actually vote Republican.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then again, immigrants only matter to Democrats every 4 fucking years. Immigrants only matter to or black community only matters to the Democrats every 4 fucking years.
Yep. And the sooner that they realize that and they're able to get away from that and start voting for a different spectrum outside of the Democrats, outside Republicans, I don't care what it is, just something that's not those two.
Mm-hmm.
Like, here's a thought. If you have a politician that is doing shit and voting for shit and trying to become legislation that doesn't benefit you, you should vote for the fucking politician that is going to benefit you. And if they lie to you and they don't benefit you, you get rid of them and get somebody else. And eventually the fucking politicians will figure out, hey, maybe we should do something that'll fucking benefit the people.
Yeah,
there's a fucking wild fucking thought.
It might help me keep my job a little bit fucking longer.
You know, maybe not put people in office that are going to fucking take fucking, fucking 30% of my fucking income in taxes. I mean, shit, dude. My health benefits are $1,200 a month. I pay $1,200 a month in taxes.
God damn.
Now keep in mind, I used to live in Texas, which was beautiful because there was no income tax. Now I pay Ohio state income tax, and then my fucking city has an income tax.
God damn.
Oh, you're not in Texas? That sucks. That sucks.
Yeah, Ohio. Apparently in Ohio, nobody told me about this shit. Yeah, your city imposes an income tax on you.
They don't do that here, you know.
No, I know that. They don't do it in Texas. So there's no state, there's no income. They just fuck you on property taxes.
Unless you're 100% disabled with the VA.
Well, not everybody can be like you, buddy.
Then you get 0.
Yeah, a part of the problem is politicians nowadays realize that most people don't want to fucking dedicate so much time and energy to politics. They fucking go to work, they come home, they take care of their kids, and that's it. They don't want to waste their time on this bullshit.
Well, and
they
the thing
take full advantage of that.
Well, yeah, they take full advantage of the public's fucking complicity.
Exactly. Yeah.
We're all just fucking. We're just little compliant little drones that just fucking. As long as you don't pass something that it does, if it doesn't affect my daily life, I don't care.
Yeah. And
that's the fucking problem. But then again, I mean, when you look at the history, I mean, even with the founding fathers, we're coming into the Fourth of July is tomorrow. And I mean, even the colonists, they were fucking complacent. Most of them were fucking. They didn't want to get involved. They didn't care about it until until the crown fucking stepped over the line, and then. But even then, the majority of people were just like, eh.
Most of them weren't seasoned veterans.
No.
Right.
No, the largest standing armies in the world have always been defeated by farmers and foxholes. I mean, it's just. I mean, that was a Revolutionary War. It was still even the War of 1812 was still.
We were still getting our
foot on the ground. We didn't. We had a military, but it was still relative. I mean, shit. The country was not.
They burned down our capital.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we kicked their asses.
Yeah.
You know, but then again, but then you look at like you look at tactics of the fucking of Vietnam. We lost because they were fucking using small unit tactics in foxholes, fucking blending in with the fucking crowd, and they were able to defeat a world power with a bunch of farmers with AK-47s.
It was really hard to determine who your enemy was.
Yeah, and that's the same problem we're facing with the war. That was the same problem we faced with the war on terror.
Yeah, in Afghanistan.
You know, in Afghanistan and Iraq, we're still fighting that shit, and we still, because we don't know who the fucking enemy is. It didn't, because we don't want to. We can't take. There's a level of brutality that the American people will never fucking stomach.
Yeah.
In order to, if you really wanted to end a conflict like that, there is a level of brutality, but they will never fucking take it.
Yeah, apparently Joe Biden is perfectly fucking willing to, though, with his.
Oh yeah, because apparently now he wants to take us out with fucking F-15s and nukes.
I wish. I mean, I don't wish
Like,
motherfucker
like,
would,
does he
but I
not?
wish motherfucker would.
Does he realize we live next door to him?
We
Like, yeah, we're gonna nuke your house. Like, bro, you're fucking 3 doors down. What the fuck are you? What?
Like, all right,
You're gonna nuke your own country. Okay. Fucking dumbass. It's shit like that. It's setting him up to be 25th Amendment.
Yeah.
That's what it's setting up is a 25th Amendment. Now I've got two takes on it. I see two probabilities. And one is more, he's not going to run for a second term.
No.
So he's going to one of two things is going to happen here. He is either going to get 25th Amendmented within the next 18 months because his cognitive function is degrading badly.
Yeah.
Like, have you ever noticed all of his press conferences are right around the time you would take meds? Either in the morning around 10 or afternoon 4. They're always at 10 o'clock or 4 o'clock.
They were
after for a time for him to take his med, eat lunch, eat breakfast or lunch, take his meds, and they kick in.
Trump and what's his name? The guy that from Fox News. They were talking.
Kennedy.
Yeah. They're talking mad shit about Biden and when he wakes up and when he goes to bed. It's kind of funny.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, even when he was vice president, we called him Sleepy Joe.
Yeah. But people don't remember that.
Of course not.
And how many examples have we shown him of being just completely fucking creepy?
Yeah. Him
And
like
people were
kissing
like,
girls' heads and shit, like kissing them. Like, you know what I'd do to a guy if he did that shit to my daughter?
He has no boundaries. None.
Well, because he has no respect for the American people. He's never had respect for American people. I mean, remember that fucking warehouse worker that said, "Dude, you work for me," and he was like, "Fuck you! I don't work for you. You live under me."
And was he wrong?
What, Biden?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he is wrong, but he's not.
I mean, the reality of it is that's exactly how we live. So.
Which Mountain Dew is that?
Baja Blast.
Oh, fuck yeah. That's good shit.
I haven't tried. I tried the orange one, the punch. I want to try the pineapple one, the pina colada blast. I want to try that one next.
I just saw this for the first time. I grabbed it. I've had it like a lot, like from like Taco Bell, but never outside.
But that fucking sugar-free watermelon one, dude. Yeah, that's my jam.
Sugar-free watermelon.
Sugar-free watermelon.
What Monster?
Mountain Dew.
They have a Monster sugar-free.
Yeah, they have a sugar-free watermelon. Yeah. Oh, you know what's really good? Red Bull. Watermelon, Red Bull, and vodka.
Yeah, I've had that before.
It's fucking tasty.
Shit, we just got a bottle of vodka tonight. I'm gonna go get some fucking Red Bull.
I fucking hate you. I'm fucking sober. I'm sober and completely. I have one Guinness left, and I have to save it for my corned beef.
I've been having to stay sober because
you want to make you want to make a tasty corned beef. Cook it in a stout.
I've used it. I've done that.
Cook it in a nice dark beer. Like there's one that made by Five Hands. It's a milk stout. Cook it in that shit. Oh my god. game changer. Just cook it in a crock pot, boil it off, and it's just all good shit. Yeah. Sorry, we're those just tuning in. We talked about Garrett Foster. We talked about the Moore militia being arrested in Massachusetts. We've talked a lot about Biden and Harris and a bunch of other random shit. This is unscripted and live, so we just talk about whatever fucking pops into our goddamn heads. But thanks for tuning in. But no, we are. I mean, like, this country is on the precipice of destruction, of self-destruction.
It's not if, it's when now.
Exactly. And and I just implore people to just fucking wake up. I'm not asking you to believe. I mean, I'm not trying to bring in any conspiracy shit, but a lot of the conspiracies turned out to be fucking true.
Then that's happened so much in this past year, like aliens, for example.
And then the government comes out and says, "Yeah, they're legit."
While in the background, they're pulling a lot of fucking shady shit, trying to keep our attention away.
Yeah, no, it's all distraction. It's all distraction techniques.
Like they knew they had to do something big for us to like swear it, because we were all pissed that we're all fucking stuck indoors. And after they introduced the aliens thing, it kind of all of that like pressure died down from a lot of people. Like they didn't act the fool anymore.
Well, we're facing the possibility of more quarantines with this new fucking Delta variant.
Oh, whatever.
Coronavirus 2.0.
That's such bullshit.
It is bullshit. Coronavirus was bullshit.
Isn't this?
Oh my god! It's got a 97% fucking survivability rate. It's got barely an infection rate.
Is our current time period is so much like what happened in V for Vendetta?
Yeah. Oh, it is. It's because they had a virus, they had quarantines, they had governments. The whole world, all the world governments said "fuck off" to each other. You know, it's just it hurts my brain. You know, it's just too much. You know, and then it's and then it's like you get all the trust the science, and then we find out the science was fucking bullshit. Wear a mask. Oh wait, well Fauci came out in an email and said, well, yeah, masks don't actually do shit. It's just a fucking comfort measure for the public. Which is what I was saying from the very fucking beginning.
They want you to follow certain science, only the science they approve.
The science they want you to believe.
Right.
And then anybody who came out with a dissenting opinion, they fucking silenced, arrested, or disappeared. Like, I have no idea. Like, that lady who worked for the health department in Florida that had she came up with that viral counter, and then the health department somehow the health department got a warrant for her arrest, and they raided her home, took her servers, and arrested her. I haven't heard shit about that since she was fucking arrested. I don't know if she's been released. I don't know.
No, they started character defamation and started like bringing up her fucking criminal record about how she like had an affair on her husband with one of her students or something.
Yeah, they tried to. Fuck. What is it? Somebody. Oh, here it is. They did this.
Yeah.
It's all character assassination.
Right.
Cancel culture.
Yeah, it's like, well, I can't. Well, shit, we have nothing to really arrest you on, but we're just going to destroy you publicly and ruin you that way.
Yeah,
that's what the FBI was doing back in the 60s with the Black Panthers and Martin Luther King.
Yeah,
and with the coin intel, like they were going out of their way to make lies to the mainstream media about those groups and what they were involved in.
Well, because they couldn't arrest you. They couldn't arrest the hippies for being anti-war, and they can't arrest the Black Panthers for being black. So what they did was they just fucking went. They went on the fucking news. They went on every night on the news and vilified them in public about how and then associated the Black Panthers with heroin, and then associated the fucking weed with the hippies, and then they were able to raid their meetings, arrest them for fucking drug possession. They were able to plant drugs, arrest them for fucking drug possession, arrest their leaders, and destroy those groups fucking publicly. So they'd lose public support.
And that shit's happening nowadays.
Oh, they're doing it to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
anybody they see as a threat. It doesn't matter if you're black, white, green, purple. If you're gay, straight, he, her, she, them. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, they're coming after you. They're cut like we were talking about in the White House thing when you and I were talking, Ben, like how like they have all the different groups labeled like white supremacists.
Mm-hmm.
They have the liberals with like leftist groups. They have right wing groups, and then on the very right, they have the last box, and the last box is so vague. You could include just about anybody,
Anyone else,
in that,
which
category.
could be political rivals.
Right. That's
Like
completely.
look at what
senators and Congress people that won't vote for your legislation.
Did you guys watch the video that Axios made that's on our TikTok and Twitter?
Yes.
About Facebook censorship now, the new 2.7 or whatever it's the
version 2003.
You need to download all your stuff off Facebook, Ben. Just to
my Facebook isn't used for anything political, so I just kind of.
But it's just a matter of time. Like
I use it so sparingly that they're not making any money off me.
Right, but my point is download like your pictures and shit. Cause I like if I downloaded my whole Facebook account like a week before I got shut down.
I already have all my. I lost everything on my first Facebook account. I lost. All my kids' baby photos, newborn, born in the hospital, all that shit's gone. The only thing on my Facebook now is shit I put up now that I already have copies of because I learned my lesson the first time.
Yeah, if you've already got kicked off once, it's only a matter of time, man.
Yeah, I have no idea.
When my Instagram got deleted, I had pictures with friends of mine that are dead now.
Mine did too.
Get back.
Yeah.
I had that account since 2012.
Me too.
Me too.
That shit.
Back when Facebook first fucking started.
And then I got deleted.
We did Tom dirty. We did Tom dirty.
Right after I got kicked off of Facebook, like a month later, I got kicked off of Instagram.
Fuck, man. Yeah,
when I lost my Facebook, I lost my Instagram because my Instagram login was my Facebook.
Fuck yeah.
Like I've tried everything.
I try to keep my Facebook clean just for family and shit like that. But.
Yeah. See, and I still have it. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Twitter, but my Twitter is. I'm a good boy. I don't tell people that I want to, fucking kill them and turn their skull into an ashtray anymore.
When I had my Facebook, I like the most that I've had like in jail time is a 24-hour ban before I got completely banned.
Oh, see, I had like 9 30-day bans.
I've never gotten in trouble, but it was so unexpected. It happened overnight to like a whole bunch of my friends too.
See, I joined a Facebook group and then I was made the admin.
That's why I got kicked off.
And then as soon as they nuked that account, that's when they nuked my account.
But I didn't know that they were going to do anything bad about these groups. They've been around for fucking years. Then it was just all of a sudden they were hateful.
Oh, don't you know that memes hurt?
And we had like 30,000 members, man.
Yeah, I'm on a group it's just memes. Like it's actually making fun of gun owners because I think it's fucking priceless. Like there's anti-gun and pro-gun people, and the fucking memes are hilarious. But
dude, I was in a group. I was in a group called Colorado Shittiest, and all that group did was post pictures of people's shitty cars and shitty parking jobs, and Facebook nuked it for hate speech.
You know what my favorite group was that I was in back before they canceled them? Pinochet's Communist Helicopter Academy. Like that one was wild. There was some wild shit. I think they said that one was racist too.
Of course.
Or fascist because
anytime you fucking you're in Facebook world, if you're anything center right, you're at risk of losing your account and being censored, of being censored or shadow banned. If you're left, if you're way left, you're pretty safe. They won't fucking shadow ban you. They'll let you post all your leftist shit. But if you're center to standard left, you're still at risk of getting your shit shut down because you're still too far right for Facebook's liking.
That's all culture war shit, man. They're completely winning the culture war.
Yeah, honestly, I'm
because
actually.
Luckily we have things like TikTok and Twitter that so far have been pretty good about what they're doing. So
Twitter Twitter, if you're extreme right, they'll shadow ban you, or they'll get rid of. I mean, they got rid of Magnus.
I'm banned. I've tried.
Remember, Twitter banned you for it, and then they banned fucking Magnus.
Yeah,
who is like all he's preaching is unity and anti-war shit, and they fucking nuked his account. He had to make it, and they're not. It's not Twitter's next when it comes to militant censorship and banning of accounts. Twitter's next.
Well, that like 40 was saying though, like that's how it's going to happen. Like it's eventually going to be all of these platforms where we have nowhere to go, and our voice will be brought down to here. Well, theirs will turn into this giant echo chamber of everybody else.
Shit! What happened? Remember the first fucking videos we tried posting on fucking TikTok?
Yeah,
they wouldn't post them.
Well, they reviewed them and then they gave it to us like 20 hours later. I think that was just to verify our account. They haven't done it since.
Yeah, good point. I mean, TikTok's got straight up like titties and vagina bouncing around.
Give TikTok props because two of our videos did get banned, and I appealed it, and like no shit, within like 12 hours that they approved my appeal for both videos. I've never had an appeal approved from any social media ever in my life.
I've had one from Facebook.
Never.
And because I literally told them, read all the comments, read the transaction of what is being said. And then they went, okay, we took your comment we put your comment back up. We took it out of context.
The one and only time that I ever got banned on Facebook was because I posted a picture of Jon Snow's ass.
Yeah, they don't like booty.
They don't like
booty, but they'll let all the but they don't mind fucking prostitutes making fucking pages, which I don't fucking care. I'm nothing against prostitution.
My adrenaline just
sex work is legitimate fucking work.
They just started shooting off like fireworks outside, and they haven't all night. I wasn't expecting it. My fucking blood like flowed in my face.
No, I know. I get jumpy too. I mean,
no, I'm good now. I was not expecting it at all. And Freya too. Freya was next to me, and she was like, we're both like looking at the time.
Man, she just chills. It doesn't bother her at all. It's crazy.
Mine hates loud anything. I don't know why. I think it's because she can hear so well. Like I think it's super loud for her.
My other two dogs.
No, with my PTSD, my dog, my service dog, he senses that I get on edge when I hear things that like gunfire.
Oh yeah.
That he gets protective and starts barking.
Mine will get protective if you try to come in my house.
God forbid somebody enters my house without me letting them in, dude. Ozzy will fucking tear him to shreds.
I mean, you walked in my house and you see how like if nobody was here and somebody just walks in my house.
Your dog doesn't like me.
She doesn't like anybody except for me
and
my kids.
Your dog just barked to me the entire time. Anytime I make eye contact, be like, "What's up, puppy?" She'd be like,
She won't. But if you were to walk in my house and nobody was here, she already fucked up somebody that broke into my house.
Nice.
Oh shit.
Oh yeah, no.
I was upstairs in the shower, and like if you look behind me, there's that door. It's like, and it's facing the stairs, and I had music up. I got out from the music off. I hear her just going berserk, and I walk downstairs. My door's open. There's blood from like her to the entryway. I checked her to make sure she was okay. She was okay, but she had blood all over her mouth. So she was like smiling, like dogs when they dance, they smile.
See, we had it when I was in Sacramento. We had a guy, one of my neighbors, and this guy decided that he kept talking to my wife.
Oh no!
Every time she'd go out to have a cigarette on the back porch, he'd talk to her, be like, "I like the stuff in your house. Hey, is your husband home? Let me in your house. I want to spend time with you." Like creepy shit. And then he now I was home. I was at a buddy's house doing laundry, but apparently he fucking went up to my then 8-year-old daughter and did this. And that's when I came running home. Now he came by the back fence. Ozzy nearly took he jumped up to the height of the fence and nearly took this dude's face off. I had a tire iron that I then slammed in front of him and said, "Look, motherfucker." And we ended up getting he ended up getting evicted. Okay. And it was amazing. And this dude was a total fucking sexual predator because the minute he got the college I was going to at the time, we were kitty cornered to the college.
Yeah.
I don't want to say the college's name because I don't want to fucking, but this college was having a string of sexual assaults, and when he got evicted and left the area, they went away.
Imagine that.
But like, there's been more than one occasion where we've jumped out and like beat the shit out of this guy for fucking like making inappropriate comments to women. And then his mama would always come out and be like, he's a good boy. He doesn't do anything wrong. You're all fucking like, look, bitch, your son is a fucking rapist, is a rapist, and he's going to get killed if you don't move.
Yeah.
Like, we don't have a wood chipper, but like I have spent most of my life, most of my adult life, I've lived in the ghetto. I've lived in suburbia and I've lived in the ghetto. I actually prefer living in the ghetto. Yes, crime's high. Yes, I hear gunshots every fucking night and people get in fights and shit happens. But if somebody comes into our neighborhood and starts shit, we will come out of the woodworks and it is over for them. We take care of our own.
Yep.
Suburbia is too fucking cliquey. I hated living in the suburbs of fucking Dallas.
I'll fucking preach to that because I haven't spoke to either one of my neighbors on either side. One of them is the fucking douche. She's got this like banner in his fucking garage that says it's like trained for your freedom, medicated for your safety, or some fucking crazy.
What kind of status shit is that?
And I'm like, bruh, like, what? Okay, whatever.
Okay, we get it. You're a tough guy. Okay,
right. It's like, okay, all right.
Okay.
Everybody, watch out for that guy.
But yeah, suburbia is cliquey. They don't talk to you. They don't. There's no camaraderie. Like there's no sense of hood.
Right.
And they're all a bunch of Chads and Karens, and they'll call the cops on you. Like,
like
I think the best thing that ever fucking happened when I lived in my hood in Sacramento was when this fucking dude put hands on one of our female residents, and about 12 of us came out of the fucking woodworks, including the apartment manager, and we beat the living shit out of him. We destroyed his bike, stole his shoes, chased him 3 fucking blocks.
You stole his shoes?
We stole his shoes. They're probably still hanging on the power lines outside. And then my manager actually took one of the shoes and framed it in his office as a community enrichment event trophy.
Yeah.
Remember when we beat the shit out
So
of
yeah, basically. But the Sacramento sheriff showed up. And Sacramento PD's racist as fuck. Sheriffs are actually, for the most part, the sheriff's department in Sacramento are fairly fucking chill.
That's usually
for the most part. In my area, they were, because they showed up. We're all standing. He's like, and the deputy's just like, "Yo, we got a report of a fight," and we're like, "Well, we told him what happened." He's like, "All right, sounds like you guys got it handled."
Yeah.
If he comes back, you guys don't call us. You guys handle it. Just don't kill him. I don't want to do the paperwork.
Fair enough.
Totally fair enough. So it's like, hey, no problem, officer. Have a good night. It was one of those deals. I mean, everybody we just minded our own fucking business. But like I said, I still, I'm not trying to say that sound like I support police, because all cops are fucking bastards. Even the good ones will still cover up for the bad ones. I don't even know where we're fucking going with this, but it was just, it was just, I think the moral of the story is you got to take care of your fucking brothers and sisters. And when I say brothers and sisters, I don't mean your literal brothers and sisters. I'm talking about your friends, your neighbors, your community. Because when it comes down to it, when shit hits the fan, we have to rely on one another. We have to make sure, Tim Teagan posted on fucking Twitter. He was, they had the floods in Michigan. He and his boys were out there helping people clear out their fucking flooded homes so they can start rebuilding. But these are people that lost everything. They don't have insurance. They don't have, their lives are ruined, and he's out there helping. He and his boys were out there helping clean up. That's the kind of shit that, I implore, anyone I don't care if you're in the movement or if you're not in the movement, get out there and help your fucking community. Get out there and help. Just help. Care. Because the government, when it comes down to it, if anything, COVID is a great responsive. The only thing the government's good at is throwing money at shit. They're not good at doing anything else. That's just what they fucking do. They just throw money at problems. Our money that we can't fucking spend.
Right.
But actually, feeding the homeless, feeding the hungry, doing all that kind of shit. We have to do that for our community. That's pretty much. I mean, that's just it. That's what you
Yeah.
got to do. So I don't know. You guys got any closing? Because we've been at this for over 90 minutes, so I figure we could probably wrap it up with that. If you guys got anything you want to pitch or say, or
Fucking watch Magnus's video debunking the lies about Garrett Foster if you haven't seen it yet, and spread that shit everywhere.
let me do this. Let me see if I can fucking find it.
I did share it in chat earlier. I don't know if you can.
No, I closed my chat, and it takes forever to fucking. Let me just go to my subscriptions, and then
I don't have anything in chat.
there it is. Let's see here.
While you're pulling that up, I'll just do mine real quick. Check out the Redacted Caucus on Twitter at Caucus Redacted. Check us out on TikTok for it's the same handle, Caucus Redacted. We put out a new video today. We'll be putting out more this week. Just check us out, and yeah.
So that's the link to Magnus's video debunking all the lies about Garrett Foster. It's in the chat, and it's on your screen right there. I'll leave it up here for the remainder.
Even though it is a good video, it's sad that it's necessary.
Right.
It shouldn't
Yeah.
be. Magnus, I mean, he did the right thing, and I'm glad he did. But there's no reason for that to be something that needs to happen in order for people to fucking shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
No, it's because we've become so desensitized, and used to be you say shit like that to somebody's face, you get punched in the face for it, so you don't say it. Now we've got a screen to buffer the fists, so we're gonna say whatever the fuck we want.
Now you punch somebody in the face and you go to prison for 3 years.
Yep.
Yeah, I know, right? So, so I'm actually part of a group called Care for Ohio, and the Twitter handle is
Care number 4 in Ohio.
At Care for Ohio. Care the number 4 Ohio at Care for Ohio. We are going. If you're in the Ohio area, we are going around this month. The 11th. Next Sunday we'll be in Toledo. We haven't figured out where we're going to be yet, but we're going to be taking donations, and the donations we're taking are we're collecting like diapers, baby wipes, baby food, formula, kids' clothes. And we're going to take everything we get donated, we're going to turn around and hand it. We found an organization that helps foster kids. I don't know the name of the organization, but we're going to donate that to help foster kids. Because, I mean, let's face it, I don't know if you know anybody who's been through the foster system or been, these kids are going through the worst time of their fucking life.
At a very young age.
At a very young age. They're basically having to grow up like immediately, and a lot of these kids have whatever they can fit in a backpack to be relocated. They don't have stuff that they don't have anything,
and they've already a lot of them have probably seen the worst.
And a lot of these kids have already been abused and neglected, which is why they were taken away in the first place. So these kids have already been through hell. They're going through hell again. We want to supply them. Kid. Look, like, I don't know about you, my kids, like, you get them a new outfit, they glow, they love it, because they get to look nice, and it's new, and it's theirs,
as long as it's the drip,
and it's the same thing, and the same thing to help, same thing, it's just it's a good cause. We got to help kids. Kids need the help the most because kids can't fend for themselves.
Absolutely.
So so July 11th we'll be in Toledo collecting stuff. If you want to know more about the event or find out where we're going to be at, Care for Ohio at Care for Ohio on Twitter. That's pretty much all I got. If you guys don't have anything else, man, we'll go ahead and wrap it up. Just this has been Shooting the Shit on Hibiscus Society News.
I'm Trent, director of Redacted Caucus. Have a happy 4th. be safe. Don't go to jail, and don't like drink and drive. That's what I'm
Don't
saying.
blow your fingers off.
Absolutely.
And there's 40.
I got
And
nothing to say.
Yeah, nothing to say. That's all good. It's all good. I'm Ben Hawk, also known as Donkey Punch. You can follow me on Twitter at DJ Tiny Tank. You can also check out more of my feeds on here. Don't forget to click the like button if you like what you're hearing. Hit the subscribe button and hit the bell, so that way anytime we go live, you'll know when we're going live, and you can watch the show fresh without having to watch it on the tail end. Anyways, yeah, this has been Hibiscus shooting the shit on Hibiscus Society News. Good night. Wow, Trent dropped out quick.